When I think of Atari computers, I think of lots of good things like excellent sound, colorful graphics, fun, hot dogs, a general feeling of zest, but not fighting games. The platform does have some fighting games, however, like this one. It's Chop Suey for Atari 8-bit computers. It was released in 1985 by English Software, but this is the version from Antic Publishing, as in Antic Magazine, the long-running Atari magazine. I don't remember exactly when we got this one, but it was something like 1989, very late in the life of the publication, and they were selling all their software at rock-bottom prices. The games at that time just came like this, with no packaging, and to read the instructions you had to load side 2 of the disc, which gave you this. You've got the option to view the instructions on screen or send it directly to your printer. The manual is spread out across multiple screens, and yeah, there's the instructions, now on your screen, as you watch this. But Chop Suey is more than just reading, it's also about fighting. This game is a 2D fighter and is impressive in some ways, and silly in others. The graphics are very colorful, making good use of the Atari's color palette for a nice rainbow in the background. And the people in the crowd don't just sit there, you'll see them look around during the fight, because they're probably distracted by the rainbow, and who could blame them? Most importantly, the fighters are nice looking. They're really big and they move incredibly smoothly with excellent animation. And this footage is being played at the slow setting, so let's look at the fast mode and see how it performs. It's really fast, and smooth. The only issue with the graphics is that the fighters look the same, which makes it feel a bit like a shell game as you try to keep track of which guy you're controlling. Chop Suey is a very simple game. Just kick, punch, chop, but don't block, because there is no blocking. You can jump, however. All your moves are done by moving the joystick. The fire button is only used to turn your player around. The joystick movements are not related to the way your character is facing. Moving the stick down to the right performs a jab, down to the left performs a body kick, no matter which way you're facing. But this control setup makes certain actions a little counterintuitive, as pressing the stick up and to the right makes you jump forward, even if you're facing to the left. That said, you will adjust, and the controls are responsive. Each attack you land causes a certain amount of pain to your opponent, and if you can get their pain meter to the point where the POW light is flashing, it'll just take one more hit to knock them out. Then you'll both recover some health and fight again. If you can get the computer to where his pain meter stays full after a match, you continue on to a more challenging opponent. The only other danger in Chop Suey is the giant scorpion that's released from the wall during the match. Your only course of action is jumping over it, because if it touches you, it deals out a ton of damage that will in most cases kill you. Chop Suey isn't a great game, but I like it because it's fast and goofy. What can I say, I'm easy to please, but there weren't a lot of fighting games like this in 1985, especially for the Atari, and its large and fast-moving sprites are pretty impressive. The gameplay is good if you like simple mashing, but it does require a little more strategy and quick reflexes as the game gets more difficult. The controls take a little while to get used to, but that's balanced out by the scorpions. Somehow that balances things out. I don't know how, just trust me, it does. It's Chop Suey for Atari 8-bit computers.